Hi, here we are again. We're in the shop today, waiting for. You'll be happy to know that delivery appeared yesterday afternoon, so all gone out. We are just stood here waiting for people. It's my cameraman today. He's a little more follically challenged than Drew is. While we're waiting for people, we're going to just get ready and wibble on as I do. Right, I'm Sarah Jane. Some of you are new, coming in since Sarah's been doing it. So I'm one of the three that are White Gecko, and we're going to do zips today. Okay, so over to Dave, like that. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's you.
That's me. Okay, so we're going to start with the cushion. Going to start with the cushion today. A lot of you had bought the panels and the matching fabric, so if this is what the way that you decided to do it. I quite like doing an envelope back because it doesn't need a zip, but a lot of you like a zip, so we're going to do that. Okay, so I saw Marilyn's name come up.
Yes, Marilyn is there.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
I miss you.
Miss you too.
So the first zip I put in, I just put a zip in. Okay. So all I did was use my zipper foot and sew it in so that it just sewed in. But we're going to do it so that it becomes a we're going to do it so that it becomes a visible zip. Okay.
Jenny Midgers Edwards is there as well.
Okay. Hiya, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
So the panel is 18 inches square. So I've cut an 18-inch square corresponding back. Now you could do two panels. We've got a hare, a Highland cow, and the duck. And I think there's another one. I thought we had 4. Those are the only ones I can see from here. So to begin with, on the bottom of, if you want the zip on the bottom, then fold over and iron a nice seam about 1/2 inch. Most zips are about 1/2 inch. As you can see, my zip is really long, and that's because it's better to have it too long than too short, because you can cut it off. So it's alright, I've not done this before, I've just read this one.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Catherine.
Is that Catherine Lum?
Yes.
Hiya, Catherine, haven't seen you for a while. Okay, so we're going to pin. You're going to match up your folded seam. And we're going to pin that so that the folded seam is together on both sides. And we're going to sew in about 1.5 inches. Okay, so you want...
Hiya, Kelvin. Where am I going? Am I in by here?
Yeah, come on in by here.
Right there.
So we're going to sew on that folded seam. Don't put that in your mouth. And then we're going to lock off the side make sure that your seams are, your fold is together. Okay, and then lock it off. Oh, okay. This is where. Okay, and on the other side. So make sure that your fold is together. I mean, these are really quick projects. You could, not like Marilyn's that took her months to do. You could knock a couple of these out in an afternoon, no problem whatsoever. Press the right button this time. Ta-da! Okay, so we are going to fold, open this up with your fold like that. Okay, can you see that? So you've got your opening, but it's all held together. You're going to take your zip. Now we can do all this without the zipper foot. I'm going to show you a pouch afterwards, which you will use the zipper foot. So what we're going to do is you want to place your zipper face down, like that. And we're going to sew, we're going to pin. Now quite often with a zip I will baste it in so that I'm not having to use pins, or you can put sellotape in. Right, I'm going to pin to begin with, and you're going to sew along. You can see lots of little lines here. Now you don't need to sew it right up to the zip for this one. We're going to sew about, measurements, about 1/4 of an inch away from the zip. Okay, and I'm going to use my normal foot. We're going to sew it through both. Where you've got the fold, you're going to go straight through into. Now I'm going to put the side of my, so it's going to be a bit more than 1/4 of an inch. And as you're going along, you want to keep making sure that your zip lines up with the hole, so nice and steady. So we're going to go backwards and forwards. Take my thing down a bit. So once you get to your zipper, you're going to pull that up out of the way like that, so that you're not having you don't have a dub dub.
What's a dub dub?
A dub dub. You don't have a curve on it.
There we are.
Okay, so we're going along here, and as you can see, it's going to the side of the zip.
Sorry.
Yeah. And you just keep manoeuvring it. I mean, you can pin it down or baste it, as I said, but I like to keep checking how it's working. I suddenly thought I had it upside down then. So you're going to go along like this. It's taking both sides. On the fold, it's taking both. As we keep going. Okay. As you can see, my zip is miles too long, but I like the fact that the green went with the duck's head.
Marilyn says your nails are looking good.
Oh, thanks. It's not having them in and out of water all the time. However, I would love for you all to come back, and I'll be making you tea. I'll make you almost as much tea as Linda did. Okay, so we've done the one side. As you can see, it's all gone all the way down the one side. Looks like my tension's out as well. Should we put that in? Let's see if that helps. Okay. We're going to do it all over again on the other side.
And Sally could understand dub dub.
Excellent. I like people on my wavelength. So this one is going to be slightly more difficult because you want to make sure that it's together. The on the other side you can move your bits of material apart, but this one you're going to want to make sure that it's closer. Oh. So, sing us a song. What can I talk to you about while I'm rethreading my machine? Don't forget that our £200 raffle is still on. If you go onto the website, you can buy. So, you know, for instance, you can buy Antigua for £5. But if Antigua comes up on the little card, you will win £200 worth of stuff, which is advertised on the website. So check out the website. We're still getting lots of orders in, which is lovely, and we're having orders from people that are new to us, which is always good.
People, is it better from this side or from the other side?
Okay. Well, they've seen it from the other side, I suppose. So we're going along here and stopping every now and again to make sure it's in the right place. You'd be surprised at how quick it all comes together. And I hope you notice less cutting than normal from one of my classes. Just check what's in there.
Why don't you use a zipper foot? Why is this one?
This one I just chose to be able to show you not to use a zipper foot. I'm going to do a zipper pouch, and I'm going to use a zipper foot for that one. But for this one, it just showed you that you didn't need to. Now on my machine, daft tart. Okay, this is stuck a little bit. Make sure that the zipper foot, you can get at it. Otherwise, you get into a little bit of a tangle.
Sandra, the reason Sarah keeps freezing, it might be the internet connection.
I keep freezing, do I?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused now. Am I on the right side or the wrong side? Am I on Sarah's side?
Okay.
Hi, Joe.
Okay, so as you can see now, when you lay it out, your zipper foot, if you were doing it, have a look up there. Look, that bit's gone right there. It's all enclosed. Okay, so now, because it's a nylon zip, I'm able to chop off chop it off with a pair of scissors. You can get zips which are metal teeth. They're a bit more difficult. I wouldn't chop it with your best scissors. Okay. So then you're going to fold it in half, like that. I'm going to pin the corners. I prepared this fabric. This fabric frays quite a bit, and it should be fine if you just sewed it normally. But if you take it off and wash it, you're going to find that it frays quite substantially. So I have put a zigzag all the way round. As you can see, I've zigzagged it, which should stop the fraying, so that when it pulls, see, it stops, which will make your cushions last longer.
Carrie's on now, and she just said, what are we making today?
What we're making today? We're making a mess. Right, we're making, to begin with, we're making a cushion. We're just doing a zipped cushion. So I'm going to go from okay. And we're going to go all the way around. Now I did a back stitch there to make it more oh, I'm sorry, can't think of the words. Make it stronger. You're going to find, because it's a cushion, it's being used a lot, and it will it'll be better if you can do your corners. And I back stitch a bit on the corners.
What, to make them stronger?
To make them stronger, so that your corners aren't. Okay. Just whiz through this now. So as I was saying at the beginning, all our deliveries came in, so all our Hochanda has gone out, which is a relief. Certainly for Sarah, to stop her worrying about it. We like to make sure that our as fast as we can, and the bank holiday, and I think there's something else going on in the world, isn't there? It's creating problems with the post. So okay. Right, I've folded this so that the teeth are upwards, and you can hear it. You have to be more careful. If you've got a metal zip, you have to treat it with differently, because you can end up. Right, before you
Hiya, Meg.
Before you sew it, make sure
you can get your finger inside.
No, make sure that you've opened the zip fully, because otherwise you can't turn it inside out right, the right way round. Okay, here we go. At least it gives me a nice suntanned look, the blushing. Okay. I really did practice this, okay? So you could clip the corners, should you want. I haven't, because I think it will give it won't matter in this case. You can push your corners out quite well. Okay, so I love this duck fabric. And it's beautiful. using, you know, it's just beautiful to use. It's it'd make wonderful bags. So you can see the ideas going around in my head already. Okay. So I'm going to take some of the bulk out of that one there. Mind you don't cut your threads. Maybe this one as well. Okay, how are we doing for time? Oh, I've done that one. It's the one I haven't done. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, I haven't got a cushion in it to show you. Cushion with an almost concealed zip. Now I'd unpick that and redo that corner. Ta-da! Cushion, zip. I'm going to show you how to do a lined pouch now, if we've got enough time. With this one, I've put little tabs on the ends because it's easier to hide it in the pouch. Okay, so to make those tabs, I've cut a 3 by 1.5 inch strip, folded it in half, then just folded a hem on there like that, which just gives a neater edge to your pouch. Okay, here's one I've prepared earlier. Let's take this off because the embarrassment makes me warm. Okay, so here we are. I've chosen, I think it's a Dashwood Studios, this.
It must be the internet that's jumpy. Yeah,
I'm jumping all over the place.
The video's really jumpy today. She's missing half the words.
So we're you want to lay your zip right sides together with right sides of your fabric. Now when I say right sides, it's the side that you've got your zipper pull on. So we put that there. Then you're going to take your lining fabric and you're going to put it right sides with your outside fabric, just like you would for any other sewing, right sides together. And I'm going to pin that.
It keeps stopping and starting, the video does.
Oh, I can't do anything about that, I'm afraid.
No.
Right, for this one we are going to change the foot. Looks like that. Okay, that one's your zipper foot. And as you can see, there's 2 sides where you can clip it on. I'm going to use this side because I sew on that side. I haven't ever used it on the other side, but I'm sure there would be reasons to. Okay, now with this, you want to make sure that you're close to the zip, but not on it. With my machine I can move the needle, so I'm going to move it over a bit. Do you want to go around the other side?
All right.
Okay, where's my zip for?
Difficult for me to see in there. I'm trying to see people. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can't really see too well.
Right, I'm feeling for the zip. And we're going to put a back stitch in. where your zip is. Right, stop with your needle down. I'm going to move the zip pull out of the way.
If I go on the other side. Go from that side down.
Like I say, I would baste it. Now the side of the zipper foot will come up over the side of your zip, up to the zip. Which I don't think it's doing. Okay, this will. So we're going to go backwards there. Okay, we've only just caught that.
Don't know what we've done, but we got subtitles today as well.
Have we?
Yes.
So we've got. You can see where I've completely missed the zip. So you will. This is all practice, and I'm getting myself in a real tiz here. I'm sorry. We're going to do that. Right. I'm closer now. That's better. Right. I got to the zip pull. Let's move it up a bit. Right, lift your needle. And pull the zipper down. Out the way. And you've got to be careful here because okay. Okay, that's a bit better. We're right up against the zip now. How's that? Okay, so you're going to move that out the way and you're going to take your other piece and put your zip right sides together with your fabric, and then you're going to take your lining fabric and put that top right and pin. Okay. So what's the weather like out there? It's supposed to be warmer today.
I don't know, it's freezing in here on my feet.
Yeah, the shop is lovely in the summer because it stays cold. Okay, so we've put that up with that. And we're going to see if we can get it right first time this time. Okay, right up against the zip. And keep it. Don't do what I normally do and get my fingers stuck in there, because that creates some swearing.
Hello, Elaine.
Hiya, Mum. So we're going to, once we've done this, zips for sale in the shop. You want to, your zip needs to be really bigger rather than smaller than the piece that you're working with. Okay.
I'll stick behind your hand.
Yeah. Okay, so we now have a zip. A zip placed and movable. That's good. Now you want to open the zip without catching it on anything. We're going to top stitch. Now we're going to need to iron. So you're going to iron it away from the zip. Okay. I'm aware that we're running out of time. The video tends to cut off at about 40-45 minutes, so this one is quick.
We're at 36 now.
Okay, so
I think.
I'll put that in the middle there, probably better. Now nice and slow, take your stitch length up a little bit and you're going to top stitch along. You don't want to go too... I've left the zipper foot on for now, but you can put your main foot back on for this. So this will hold your lining fabric away from the zip at the back, and it won't get caught, which is always a good thing. So let's make sure we've got all this down there. Actually putting the bag together is quite easy. Okay. So I chose these fabrics because I thought he was so cute. There we go. So you've got your top stitching.
We've got plenty of time.
Now your top stitching could be in, you could have picked out one of the colours. So we're going to now put our, make sure you open it up this time. There we go. Now some zips can be a bit hard on the, hard to open and close. So you could, one thing I was told to do was put run a pencil across it, because that will, the graphite helps it move.
I think that's on metal zips.
On metal zips, is it? Mm. Bit of Vaseline.
Only a little bit though of Vaseline, very little bit.
Or you can get these WD-40 pens. I don't know whether they're any good.
I think they're well, yes, if you can get hold of them.
But check your pen. Right. When you get to this bit here, you want to fold your zip bits towards your lining. I'm finding this quite stiff.
Or run a candle along the zip.
Ah, a candle. That's
or
a good
somebody,
idea.
if maybe somebody's got beeswax or something like that.
Oh, I don't know anybody. Oh, yes, I do. You have beeswax. Right, so we're going to pin all this together. It's quite bulky over that seam there. Oh, that'll be... Excuse me, people. Thank you.
So we're still social. Oh, there's all the fabric over here, all the other stuff that we've got as well. There's all of the other ones, all in different rolls. And there she is coming back.
Okay. This place is almost as busy as when everybody's here.
No, it's not.
Almost. Right. You want to fold it so that it the bulk of it is going to sit mostly in your lining. Okay, like that. Now I'm a pin short. Yeah, I'm a pin short. So we're going to leave a gap for turning. Okay, so you're going to sew. So what have you been doing that's any different today? I go and talk to my mother through the window most days.
It's still a bit early for honey yet, Carrie.
Right, I'm going to use edge of foot. It's I would say edge of foot is better because you're it gives you a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch.
I'm just going to move over to the other side.
Most of us 1/4 of an inch. So now come along to the corner, and you're just going to go all the way round. And go all the way round. Now you could use the same fabric.
I'm doing my best, Sarah.
What? What's she saying? So we're I always like to use a surprising fabric on the inside of my bags, one that you wouldn't necessarily expect, because when you open it, it's like bang, there it is. I use the plain one on the outside, and plain one on the outside, and then inside is the bright one. But with a pouch, you could use these for makeup bags. So I think the nice fabric on the outside for these.
Hi, Sind.
So we've got the family in today.
Yeah.
Now you could go back over the if you go back over the bit where your zip is, your machine is going to protest, so I would go slowly. Won't do it, and you'll end up with broken needles if you're not careful. Okay, so right, now to see whether it worked.
Janet is gardening while the sun is shining.
Yes, we've done our garden. It's nice to sit out there and have lunch. So you're going to turn it all round the right way. Again, you could clip your corners, or you could box your corners. Now if you look at these, I've boxed the corners. Okay, we can do a session on boxed corners at a later date. And of course you can make them any size. So this one here, I need to sew up that. Now you can hand sew that edge, the bit that you've left open. You could whip stitch that, or put it back in the machine and just do a quick top stitch on it.
Don't worry about the time. Did you use any interfacing?
No, but if you wanted it to be a stiffer bag, then you could. Get those corners right.
You want a pokey stick to get in the corners.
I need a pokey stick. Anyway, there's your bag. You need to poke the corners out, and there's your bag with your interfacing in. But yes, you could use in there if you wanted it to be stiffer or interfacing, and you could use a coordinating zip. I hope that's helped a little bit. We can always answer any questions. If you have more questions, then we shall then we can address those at a later date. Okay, so I think it's going to switch off in a bit. So
no, it won't.
Why?
Because it's extended to 2 hours now.
2 hours? I can't talk for 2 hours.
We're doing a 2-hour show now.
No. When did it extend? Nobody told me this. Right, okay. I probably wouldn't have rushed quite so much. So is there any questions? Any questions from anyone?
My name Lloyd has just said she's sorry she's late. So
that's all right. You didn't miss much, lovely. You can always watch it back on our YouTube channel or watch it back on the on Facebook. It will you can do it on repeat. So that's it for me today. I shall probably see you next week, and I shall cobble through something else. Is there anything that you want to know about? I will see you soon, Sarah. Making Moore's bags. Okay.
And you can always put some questions up on the Facebook page.
Yes, and we'll answer them. Okay. Take care, people. Bye.